Hey, and welcome in, everybody. I guess this is an edition of the Auburn Undercover Podcast video here on the YouTube channel. Nathan King here, joined by Jason Caldwell. We are here at California Memorial Stadium in Berkeley. The lights are all out.
A little dark behind us now.
A little bit. The lights are all out behind us, but Auburn has just completed a insane victory over Cal tonight. As I'm not even sure what time it is back in Auburn, Jason.
I don't even look.
Don't even want to think about it, but extremely late. And Auburn into the night at Cal pulls out an insane 14-10 win. Jason, we've been working ever since the game finished. I haven't even had a chance to talk to you about maybe your just knee-jerk reactions from a game where it really proved sometimes all it takes is one drive, especially when your defense plays well.
Yeah, and it also shows you how things can change when you get into a game, because all preseason, week one, the entire focus of this team has been, well, they're going to score, but can they defense hold enough to keep them in a game? It was the exact opposite tonight. Yep. The defense kept Auburn in the game and won the game for this team. Offense had a couple drives. That late one was big. Rivaldo Fairweather with a couple of catches, but the defense was the story of the day for this team, and I wasn't expecting that. I thought this was going to be a game in the 30s on both sides. It wasn't. Both defenses came to play, and the Auburn defense just made a couple more plays, and had some guys step up. It was fun to watch that group get out there, and hey, they're down a few guys, but the next guy just kept rolling in and doing the job.
A gutsy performance by this Auburn defense. That drive will be something that Auburn fans remember for some time, that catch by Fairweather, of course, but it was only a possibility because of the way the defense played. Bend don't break at times, I think, to the max, and also they were put in bad situations because Auburn had 4 turnovers in this game. Cal crossed midfield 8 times and only came away with 10 points, and 6 of those times were inside Auburn's 30-yard line. Eugene Asante was probably the defensive MVP. 12 tackles and so many timely plays for him, pushing them out of field goal range, pushing them back just a few yards. Of course, their kicker misses 3 field goals. That helps out Auburn a little bit. But we were talking to players after the game, Jason, especially those on defense, and saying, how did you guys stay up this whole time? They played so many more snaps than Auburn did on offense. The time of possession was so much more for Cal, but they kept coming time and time again. And Hugh Freeze said it after the game. He said defense on the sideline was saying, what do you need, Coach? Need another stop. And, man, it is like you said, it was a defensive performance. I mean, obviously not for the ages, but it was a spectacular defensive performance for Auburn tonight. That the yardage is one thing. I don't really even care about how many yards Cal had, but opportunistic Auburn defense there that put them in a position to win.
Yeah, something we're talking about with our videographer, Justin Ferguson, helping us out. Auburn hasn't won many games like that, especially not away from home. That's not a game that Auburn wins, and it shows you the difference in mentality. It really does. They just kind of kept coming. Offensively it wasn't there. They did find a way when they had to. Obviously, a lot of things are working on that side of the ball. Peyton Thorne did not have a very good night. Couldn't get anything going. Cal basically said, I dare you to throw it, and Auburn finally did there at the end. But this one's about just finding a way, and I'm thinking about it. I mean, we're a stone's throw away from Oakland, and all I could think about was just win, baby. I just wrote that in my mind. That was it. I mean, it was a perfect setting for that to be true for this Auburn team tonight. No matter how it happened, no matter the way it looked, just find a way to win, and they did.
Yeah, you mentioned lots of issues for Auburn's offense. That read-based scheme that we were a little hesitant about how it was going to look after there were some problems in that first game. They had a lot of issues there, but one of the biggest things Hugh Freeze said was, look, it's a lot easier because I can be hard on the team now. You don't want to beat them down. You don't want to give them a double whammy. They lose a game, and you have to go review all that film, and it's difficult in the days that are following. He was saying it makes it so much easier when you go back with a win. Heck, the 5-hour plane ride, which they did immediately afterward. They flew out as soon as this game ended.
Yep.
That plane ride has definitely made it a lot easier for them. And Jason, we'll get a lot more into this during the week. Of course, the offense is going to be dissected, all that kind of stuff, the quarterback rotation. But the last thing I wanted to close on, just as we do this real quickly, I mean, it was a sea of orange in the corner there. It's kind of a surreal weekend if you're an Auburn fan. I feel like you're in a completely foreign territory. You get your first win in the state of California ever. And, I mean, they showed out.
It felt like a bowl game.
Yeah.
It really felt like a bowl game crowd. It felt like a bowl game mentality. Tiger Walk. I tell you what, I got a chance to talk to a lot of the coaches, a lot of some of the players that had not been through this at Auburn. You have a home Tiger Walk, and you kind of, I've been expecting that. They were not expecting that when they walked off the bus today, and you could see it, and it made an impact. The Auburn fans, I mean, it made an impact, and the players ran immediately to the band and the people over there and thanked them after the game. It was huge, and I think a whole lot of people learned about each other tonight on the field. Players learned a lot about the fans, vice versa. All in all, a good night. It's always a good night when you get a win.
Yeah, zoomed out, massive win for Auburn because going 4-0 in the non-conference we thought was such a good baseline for this team to get. They come away the winners here in California Memorial Stadium, 14-10. Defensive gem for this team in that drive with 6:31 left. Rivaldo Fairweather scores. Again, all you needed was one drive. The offense was pretty abysmal all day, and they get one finally going. And so we'll have all kinds of reaction continuing into Sunday. I guess it's been Sunday for a minute.
Yeah.
We're going to keep on rolling for Jason Caldwell. I'm Nathan King. Thank you guys so much for joining. We'll catch you guys soon.